I'll show you guys an example of how some bad spray patterns look on injectors. I could clean them, but from my past experiences with injectors that are old and have been sitting, you could only clean them a certain amount and they won't run perfect. You'll still have, you know, a little bit of corrosion in there that you can't get out. There's back flushing methods that you can try. If you're really tight on funds, then yeah, you can do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and put in some new Bosch injectors in this thing, get it running top notch. So let me show you how the spray pattern looks on a bad injector. So here is a dirty injector, and if you can see, spray pattern's pretty erratic, and the actual injector is leaking, caused the car to run rich. It's holding pressure, but then it drops slowly. So this injector could still be saved and cleaned out. So this injector could still be saved and cleaned out. You could pump it until you see better mist patterns. But the other thing you would do is back flush it, so open the tip of the injector. So here's a injector example. You could pop this little nozzle up and then back flush it, which can deem to be difficult and still may not fix your issue. So I'm going to go ahead and put in some new injectors in this thing. Hopefully that'll solve my problem. I'm also going to replace all these lines as they are hard. Some of them are soft, but this one's really hard. So I'm going to replace all these guys on this side and that side. I got new washers for the rubber O-rings for the injectors. Ordered those up from FCP Euro. All right, so let me show you guys what a brand new injector looks like. I just got these in, so we'll be able to change the injectors. So if you watch the gauge, let's look at the mist pattern. I don't know if you guys can see that. Nice and spread out. Not streaky. That's what you want. The gauge isn't holding pressure because this isn't tightened enough and it's leaking somewhere. Regardless, you guys get the point. The mist pattern is phenomenal compared to the last one. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the injector, which I've already removed. Started taking out the brackets. This is injector number 2 over here, and it's it's the original one. Has never been changed. So we'll see what this mist pattern looks like. In order to take these guys out, there's a bracket like this. You're going to want to spray these Allen head bolts because they're going to be seized on. Spray them down, let them sit, soak, PB blaster, whatever you got, and then remove those. If you end up stripping one like I did, go figure, all these broke loose except for this one. I was able to get it out, but I was able to do that with a special tool, a stripped bolt remover. Let me show you guys. The bolt itself looked like this. So it is this tool. Pretty much grabs in reverse and creates thread patterns, and then it gets it out. So this does the job. I'll leave the link down below on Amazon. This is where I got this whole set, and it saved my ass a couple times already. All kinds of sizes. Really neat tool. These are the sleeves that the injectors sit in. Let me show you the injector here. Seat like this, and then they create seal right here, And there's an O-ring on the bottom of this. So I went and ordered these whole assemblies and these O-rings. Why not? I don't want to have any issues with this car with vacuum leaks. They're only $8 a piece. So I'm going to wait on these until those come in. Now I'll show you, here's a new injector. And I got the injectors on FCP Euro. I'll leave the part numbers down below. I got the new fuel injector seals. These are all pretty much same for the SEC, CE, and other cars that use the same injector, which is a Bosch, what is this, 0437502054. And here's all the other parts you're going to need. I'm replacing all the vacuum related items. So here are all the parts I need for the SL. I'll leave a link down below. I got all these connectors, these vacuum connectors. Here are the part numbers. These are nice and soft. The old ones are dry rotted, fossilized. You need one of these. You need 4 of these. You need another one of these. I think they're the same, are they? Yeah, no, 1-3, one's different. 1-3-8-2, this one's 1-2-8-2. You need these 2 guys. And then these 2 guys. And then 4 of these guys. These are clips for your air intake ducts if you're missing any. Here's a stabilis strut for the rear hatch. These are the injectors, part numbers. You need 8 of these, of course. And injector seals, you need 8 of these. These are actually 6. These are for my CE, but they're the same part number from what the parts department told me. So here's your part number. You can also I got some of these parts at the dealer. So these were all at the dealer. This is FCP, this was FCP. This is a fuel hose and a fuel filter, so I'm going to replace mine. And these guys I ordered at the dealer. There's a part number on here, but it's superseded. I didn't get the new parts yet, so once I do, I'll tell you guys the part numbers. These you could get at FCP. These are the rubber O-ring gasket seats, or whatever the hell you want to call them, for the injectors. So what you're going to be replacing is this guy I also ordered. It's a superseded part number. This one's 1190941982. This guy's soft. I didn't order this. This guy's still soft, but that'll probably be next up if I have any issues. And it's pretty easy to get to. These guys are a little bit more difficult, so I got all these, this, the corners, and then those seats. So that'll be nice. And I also ordered a grommet for the right side for the intake and some air filters. So those are due. So yeah, this thing is going to be in tip-top shape. Yeah, so this thing is it's come a long way. It's definitely an amazing car. The 6.0 engine. Love this thing. So let's go ahead and get to work. For now, I'm going to be removing the hoses, and I'll just leave them all kind of plugged in. You guys know how I told you to watch out with the vacuum line? Well, I cracked this piece, so I had to trace it and replace it, which is Probably a good thing. There's a connection point here. I don't think there should be. I think somebody already broke this before. I'll probably end up just getting some new vacuum line from the dealership when I go there. But yeah, all these other lines are going to be just as brittle. So just imagine that. So many. Could clean all this crap up while we're in here. Fun stuff. All right, let me show you guys the mist pattern. See that? It's just a stream. It's not even misting. So this injector is flooding the engine. It is releasing at 60, which is what we want, but it is a stream. It's not a mist. So this is the injector number 2. I'm assuming all these are going to be like that. That's why the car is running so poorly. But I'll test all of them just for fun, I guess. All right, it's our second injector. Also getting 60 psi, but this pattern is not good. Injector. See, that was a nice initial mist, but then look at how erratically it sprang to the sides. It's not good, it's terrible. This one's releasing 60 as well. And then quickly dropping, and it is not leaking down, so that's good, I guess. Yeah, this one's toast. It's the third one. Right, here's the fourth one, building up pressure, nice mist. Okay, this is the best one so far. This one would be okay. Seems like. Yeah, this one's still good. Oh, it's already. It's leaking down on us. So, it's not good. It's got a decent mist. Well, then it start breaking already. This is if the engine's running, for instance. So it's not really what we want to see. So I'm sure you could backflush these and they'll still be okay, but they're not going to be the same as new ones. So might as well replace them. This one's holding pressure. It's not leaking. So, all right, here's the sixth one. Also not great. And this one's dropping. So it's most likely leaking down. All right, let's try the seventh one. All right, injector 7. That's a nice mist, but it's not building up to 60. Now it is. There we go. That's what I want to see. So yeah, these are gummed up. Get to 60, and this is what we have, stream-like flow, so no good either. All right, guys, so we know what was causing our problem. It was the injectors. Rough idle, hard start. It was definitely the injectors that were leaking down, flooding the engine. Now we'll see how the car runs once we get the new ones in, so stay tuned. I'm gonna pick up the parts and we'll get back at this. All right, so I got some more parts. we'll just throw these in here, out with the old, in with the new. Nice and soft. We got all these put together. I'll clean up my brackets for the fuel injectors. I got the top hose. Here's your part number. I got screws and the fastener for the air intake box. And some vacuum line for that vacuum line I cracked. Some air filters. Let's go ahead and throw those in. On second thought, I guess I changed these already on my last service, so I don't need to put new ones in. So onto the parts shelf these go. All right, a lot of you guys may be missing this grommet that holds your air box in and this nut. So here's the part number for the nut and the grommet. I may have mixed them up, I'm not sure, but if you look it up, you'll see the part number. Now let's go ahead and put these on. Simply just threads in like so. Let's see. Let's do it this way. There we go. That's on. And then we got to put this guy like so. Bottom that out, and that'll be it. Tighten it up with the wrench. All right, we are back working on the SL. The parts just came in, so it is probably like 2 days later. It was 4th of July weekend, so couldn't get the parts from the dealer, but they finally came in. Here's the part number if anybody needs it. These are the plastic seats for the injectors, and they do come with O-rings. I ordered them separately, no big deal. I have them as spares. They probably won't ever use, but whatever. Here's the part number for anybody that needs those. So we'll go ahead and throw these in. I got the tubes, the rubber tubes here, and so these will connect here like so. Might as well just pop these on right away, and then I'll seat everything how it should go, and do the other side. I got some more vacuum hose from the dealer, and I'm gonna fix that line over there because I had a little bit, it was too short. I'll take it out and I'll put in the remainder, so let's get to doing that. All right, that was easy. So that connects through there, looped it there. I'll take my tape off and clean the area and get everything back together. So I'm using these Q-tips to clean the inside seats. All right, next up, let's change these dry rotted hoses. Get this clamp here. It's gonna be a tight squeeze, of course. We could just take that off. Right there, and that, my friend's cracked off right there. So that's how dry that was. Let's transfer the clamps. ahead and pop this guy on. And then we could pop this guy on. One-handed, guys. And I know I don't have the right pliers, but that's done. On to the next steps. Let's get this guy in here. And we'll get our seats seated. All right, second bracket is in. All right, so my battery died. I got the injectors in, and if you guys caught the mistake I made, then you already know. I forgot to put in the brackets that hold the injector into place from popping up. So I had to redo this side. All my rubbers are on, all the lines are tightened. Other side is done as well. For this side, I did have to loosen this bigger line to get to some of these brackets and everything else. And I had these hoses upside down, so make sure you have them the right side up so they're not touching, but these are nice and soft now. Everything is set. I double checked, triple checked the fuel lines. I'll go ahead and turn the ignition on. Check for fuel leaks. If I have no fuel leaks, put the cover on, and we're done with this portion of the repair. I think that's it for now, but yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date. All right, everything is back together. Double check, triple check for leaks. We'll fire it up. Prime the system. So far, so good. I'll go ahead and take it for a test drive and see how she goes. All right, taking the car for a drive, and it is driving way better. Close the windows. Yeah, it is driving way better, guys. Oh yeah. That wraps it up for today's episode. The car is fixed, it's running great. Really excited about that. Next thing to tackle would be that fuel hose, so I'll get to that and I'll keep you guys in the loop. So make sure to smash the like button and I'll catch you on the next one.